Guys, it is Doll Cakes again, and it's nice to see you all again. For this tutorial, I will be making a soft. It has a hint of sadness into it, so I think it works for a sad poster. But it also has that kind of hopeful feeling, but you never know. So this is a poster. So I already posted it up, so most of you should have seen it. But in case you didn't, this is it. And we'll be learning how to make this poster. So first, let me exit this. We're going to go to File, New, and then I'm going to obviously do 500, 500 like I normally do. So okay. Okay, it's black because I had black as a setting first, but if you actually want to start as white, so just keep it white. Okay. Now what we're going to do is File, Open as New Layers, or Open as Layers, whatever, and get your pictures. First you're going to open up the girl picture in Eric Nam. I don't know if you guys know Eric Nam, but he is a singer. So you can choose whichever you want first. I just did Eric Nam first. And first you're going to want to scale this picture. Now in my previous video I did show you how to scale so it won't be blurry, but in case you didn't see it, all you have to do is make sure this chain is connected. And now press scale. Now I saw a lot of problems on the other poster. Basically guys, you have to make sure that the size of your people aren't too big nor too small. Because some people is a little too big, some people are a little too small, and you just have to get that perfect size. Okay, so now first we're going to erase the edges like how I said before. I'm going to lower the size. Try not to use like a really small brush like I just did right now, because it does make blending a little harder when you want to blend it out so it has that nice effect. So try not to use a really small brush because that will affect your blending process. Okay, so now you have that. Now I'm going to lower the opacity, increase the size, and just go with it. Well, what I'm going to do for Eric Nam, I don't want this tree branch to show, so I'm going to erase it as much as possible without making it look too weird. So just do whatever you can, try to not make it show, but obviously you can't erase all of it without making it look a little off, you know? So, just briefly is fine. Lower the opacity a little more. Always keep lowering the opacity depending on how dark what you're erasing is. So obviously this jacket is really dark. I don't want to increase the opacity. So watch. If I'm like right here, it creates that like really white, and I kind of want a better blending effect. So I just lower the opacity and just let it go. So you can see that blend right there. Oh, I didn't see this. See, to make sure you take away everything that shouldn't be in the poster. Okay. So this is good enough for Eric. Now we're gonna open the girl picture. When I people, I always like flip it. I don't know why. Like it always ends up the girl on the right and the guy on the left. And I don't know. I guess that's just a habit of mine. Okay, now obviously the girl's too big for this. So make her a little smaller. Obviously she can be bigger because it's supposed to be like they're separated, so you know it's obviously fine if she's bigger. But don't make her too big, or so you look kind of weird. So now what you're gonna do is just like place her around here. She's gonna be a little higher up than Eric. So example over here. I think I'm going to make her a little smaller. Just kidding. Okay. That should be good. So just place it however you would like. Now start erasing. People always text me when I'm doing tutorials. It's like, why? What do you want? uh, you know those people who know they're all hot stuff, but they don't admit it. And just because they want to like confidence and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I don't like you. Okay, I'm probably alone with this. Okay, it looks kind of weird. I don't know why. Oh god. Dude. Does anyone else talk to themselves while making a poster? It's like, oh god, what are you doing? What just happened? Oh yeah, obviously her jacket is like really weird. I don't know why. And like, it was really hard for me to blend right here. So what I did, I put Eric Nam on top because Eric always be on top. Just cause. Whichever one blends better, always put them on top. Okay. And now I'm going to kind of just erase the head part over here. Just do whatever you can to make it look decent. As you can see right here is not the biz, but we are going to apply something so it will be okay. Okay, now we're gonna open up our first stock. It's this one. So I'm gonna put the stock on top of both of them, yes. And what I'm going to do, as I did here, you're going to keep it normal, 100 opacity, and basically you're just going to erase where they are. So get your eraser tool, make sure the opacity isn't too much. Get your that size a little too big. Okay, maybe a little bigger. Okay, I'm back to where I started. Okay, see, now we're going to erase where they are. Now obviously this will take some time. Sometimes you will mess up and you're gonna have to delete the layer and start all over again, but that's just the process, you know. And if you want a good poster, then you should be willing to do anything to get a good poster. That's my motto. And basically you're gonna wanna see them as much as actually skip the stuff that I totally forgot, but it's okay. I'll tell you guys later. So just see. Try not to make Eric go past this tear. If you do, then just erase that part of Eric. And if you guys still don't know who Eric is, it's this guy, okay? I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay. Now, I feel like I erased too much of the girl. I mean, of the texture on the girl. Like, it should still be a little faded, you know what I mean? So just make sure you're careful. Although where their body is, it's totally fine. You can totally just mess around and stuff. Now I'm gonna erase the part Eric. And yeah, that should be it. Boop. Okay, obviously it doesn't look exactly like it, but you guys get the idea. I think I made them too small. Okay. Next, we're going to apply this texture. So it's this one. Okay. Now you're going to apply this on top of everyone. And what I do is do overlay. Okay. And I'm going to lower the opacity to around 35 maybe. That's fine. And what you want to do is lower the opacity of your eraser tool and kind of erase on their faces so their faces totally don't disappear with the texture. And then you're going to open your next one, which is this one. Boop. Okay. This one I put overlay. and I'm going to put it to around 45-ish. It creates that more color to it, so it looks fine. Oh yeah, also the missing step that I totally forgot. Make sure to edit your pictures so then they are somewhat in a, like, the colors of each other. If there is no way, then normally I would just desaturate both of them depending on what kind of poster it is. But if it's like a cute poster or something, just make sure that the linings of each other always match, so that's really important to do. Okay, now I'm going to take this one. I think I put it there. Right on top. Okay. So it's going to go on top of all of them, and then I'm going to put dodge wherever it is. Yeah. Where is it? Okay. And then I'm going to lower the opacity a little. And what I'm going to do is just erase where it is on her face. Just lower your brush on his face. On their body is fine. It creates that more blending effect with the poster. Okay. Now, that is basically the idea of the poster. That's basically it. Now what I'm gonna do is do my text. I think I finally found a good text for like romantic posters, so I'm happy. Alright, so first, I named it Still You because I was listening to Inhyuk and Donghae's song, and then I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So yeah, but you can name it whatever you want. Okay, so for my text, I put Windsong as my font. And make it bigger, bigger, bigger. Okay. Now you can make it as big as you want, but normally I like to have the title big so it stands out. And basically we're going to put it under all your textures. And you see how it kind of disappears? It disappears because this texture right here is on normal, and we just erased where they are. So what we're going to do now is erase where the text is, which should be easy to erase, even if the opacity is very low, just because it's text. So just do that. Now that also makes the text kind of blend in with the poster, which I really like. And yeah, so now we're gonna duplicate this. Whenever I have blending posters, I like to make my text glow, because it gives that more nice effect to it, so I like that. But this is totally up to you, so I'm going to duplicate it, go to Filters, Blur, and Gaussian Blur, and then for this one I put it to 10, because I really like how it glows like that, you know. And now obviously put your credits, so GIMP Innovations, and my credit is always, I always use the font Wendy, and make sure your credits aren't too big because it makes it seem like, oh, I want everyone to know that I made this. Like, oh, obviously that's fine, but like you kind of want to make it small so it doesn't ruin the poster itself. So just put it under, and it should be okay right there. And if it doesn't show up like your text did, then just erase more of this texture so it shows. See? And basically that is it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and show me all your wonderful creations. Okay, see you guys later.